What's going on, everyone? It's your girl Asia Leah. Welcome back to the VIP section. If you're new here, in order to step into the VIP section, you have to hit the subscribe button. What are you waiting for? It's free. I'll wait. Oh, and while you're at it, hit that notifications bell as well so you'll never miss an upload. Today is the day that I start a new series here on my channel. It's going to be all about entertainment news. I'll be talking about celebrity gossip as well as anything else that rolls across my desk that I deem as news and want to give my 2 cents on. I'll tell you all about the information that I gained from researching these topics as well as my opinion on each of these matters. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about, because it's well overdue, is this whole Will, Jada, and August debacle. For everybody that's been under a rock, R&B singer August Alsina did an interview with The Breakfast Club's Angela Yee. He mostly talked about his album and the documentary that he placed on YouTube to go along with the album. The album is good, by the way, give it a listen. It's going to take a little time because it's 20 plus songs, 27 I think, but it is good. So yeah, they talked about that for the most part, but they also talked about his romantic relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith. And so that threw off the entire internet. The internet was going crazy. He basically professed his love for her, said that that relationship was probably one of the toughest that he'd ever had to break off in a tough moment in his life, and he loved Jada and he put his best effort and everything into it. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you guys want to watch that if you haven't been hip to the T. But anyway, fast forward to now, even more recently, Jada Pinkett Smith took herself to the Red Table. She has a show on Facebook Watch called The Red Table Talk, and this time it was her and Will on the show, and Will was doing the interviewing. Anyways, after August said what he said, Jada hopped on there and said, well, me and Will were broken up. I wanted to feel good, so I got into an entanglement, trending word of the year, with August Alsina. Nothing more, nothing less, which is crazy to me because August got up there on that interview and said how he loved her and that was like the best relationship for his spirit, but it just had to end because basically he didn't want to be a secret anymore. She went back to Will, and then it is what it is. Oh, I forgot to mention that August had said something to the effect that Will had gave him his blessing to be with his wife. So you know that was a whole other thing. Anyways, Jada and Will got on there and said what they said. Will called her out after she used the word entanglement and was like, really, Jada? Now what was it? What exactly was it? A relationship. That's what it was. Point blank period. I don't care how long it was. Then there's all these conspiracy theories talking about, oh, Jada took advantage of him. He was a child, 22. I didn't make the best decisions. However, he was an adult. I think Jada used him in a sense. Yeah, and I think that she kind of admitted to that. And when she realized that it wasn't what she wanted anymore, it was peace out. And I guess they haven't talked since, which is just crazy. But we all knew something was up a long time ago, back when August posted that little Nunya remix, the song by Kehlani. I'll post that here. Ever since he posted that, so that is what it is. Now, could I ever be in an open relationship? Probably not. I mean, the whole thing about them dabbing up, talking about bad marriage for life, I can say that it's real, that it's like genuine, like kudos to y'all for knowing what you know about each other and sticking to your life partnership. But I just couldn't juggle and handle the fact of my significant other dealing with other people all the time. I think it just gets too messy. If my feelings are involved, it's not that I'm selfish, but we've made a commitment to each other, and it's kind of like, I mean, what are we in it for if we're not going to stay committed to each other? But to each his own. If it works for you, if it works for them, hey, I ain't mad at it. Now this next topic is a little crazy. I'm going to post a pic right here. Yes, that is Hakeem from Empire, or Brashard Gray. So sorry if I butchered his name. Allegedly beat his wife for hours and was arrested on domestic violence charges. First of all, look at this mugshot. He looks crazy. Look what he normally looks like. money and having a barber that works during quarantine really benefits people because, honey, It's a shame that he went down. I didn't even know the kid was married. I don't know how old he is or anything, but that's just really wild. I hope justice gets served, because it's never really cool to put your hands on anybody, let alone the woman that you call your wife. That's wild. Yeah, but according to the spiritual world, Bouchard Gray allegedly beat his wife for hours. According to the police report, his wife flagged down a citizen for help. They drove to a Circle K and called 911. Gray is accused of aggravated assault, strangulation, it says in the police report, assault, domestic violence, and disorderly conduct. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if he gets off or what happens there, but that's really wild. Also, a couple days, I don't know if you guys saw, but Miss Tamera Mowry, you know, T and Tamera. Tamera is on a daytime television show called The Real, which is similar to The View, where 5 ladies sit around and talk about current events or just like things that could come up in everyday life. She announced on her Instagram a couple of days ago that she would be leaving The Real, which I think that's really going to put a damper on the show. I think the show wasn't the same really after Tamar left. Then, you know, recently Amanda Seales, who just got brought on the show, also said she was leaving the show due to the fact that she didn't feel backed and comfortable when she wanted to speak about particular topics, especially topics in the Black community, which she is really passionate about. And I respect that. Like, if you're not happy and you can't really speak your piece, I wouldn't be there either. So anyways, Tamera posted on her Instagram 2 days ago this message. For 7 years, my home and heart has been at The Real. The friendship that I've made there will last a lifetime, and people that I've had the blessing to interview have changed my life for the better. I am so proud of what the ladies and I have accomplished there, including well-deserved NAACP Image Awards and a Daytime Emmy. However, all good things must come to an end, and it is with a bittersweet smile that I announce that I am moving on from The Real. To my fellow hosts, I love you, I will miss you, and I will always be there for you. Thank you for teaching me, supporting me, and loving all of me. Sisters forever. I'll be rooting for you as I look forward to spending more time with my family, pursuing amazing new opportunities, and embarking on the next chapter of my life. So it didn't say too much there, but honestly, I just think she was ready to move on. We all get to a point where we're kind of ready to move on with our lives. She is a mother. She's also an actress, so I'm sure there's a lot of big projects she's about to work on, and I wish her the best of luck. Now, this next one involves my girl, Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, if you haven't heard about her, where have you been? As well as Tory Lanez. If you haven't heard about him, where have you been? Honestly, because I know he got a lot of hype surrounding his quarantine radio, but let's talk about the craziness that they were recently involved in. According to TMZ, multiple cops descended upon Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez during his gun bust in what proved to be quite the dramatic scene in the Hollywood Hills. Rewind. I know that y'all seen Megan Thee Stallion hanging out with Kylie Jenner, so you know there's mad conspiracy theories talking about, oh, it wouldn't happen if you were keeping good company, blah, blah, blah. You're friends with Jordan Woods. If you couldn't tell by now, Megan doesn't care about any of that, and the people around her, if they're solid, shouldn't either, because it's not like she's, oh, I'm best friend. She was literally just at the girls' pool party. But in this case, I would say keeping good company as far as whatever the heck happened in that SUV with her and Tory and her foot was injured. That's what you gotta watch out for. You're new in the industry, Megan. I want you to thrive and keep thriving, but you cannot put yourself in situations that lead to this crazy drama. TMZ has footage here from the helicopters that swarmed the SUV once everything broke out. I'll post that here. So after the house party, allegedly, there was an argument, which led to the cops being called because it was in the Hollywood Hills, so neighbors are definitely gonna call the police, right? Anyways, the cops found a gun in the car, and Megan was in the car as well. She was labeled as a victim in the entire situation, according to TMZ, and Tory Lanez was arrested. Quite tragic. I don't know what's going to happen from here, but I hope her foot's okay, and I hope that she's not in this situation, as well as Tory too. I don't want nothing bad to happen to him either. This is actually Editing Asia stepping in right quick, because as I was editing, Megan Thee Stallion actually posted an update, like basically her side of the story, to her Instagram page. It turns out she actually suffered from a gunshot wound. Somebody was trying to take her life. This is a crazy advancement in the story. I'm super, super, super happy that she is still with us. It would have been very tragic to lose her. She's at like the pinnacle of her career, and it's only going to get better. I can't imagine how traumatic that probably was. So this changes the whole storyline of the story that I was just talking about. I mean, a conspiracy theory, or like for me, an opinion, it could have been somebody at the label, because you know they had that crazy debacle a couple months back trying to get at her, and I really pray and hope that is not the case at all. Hope it's just another conspiracy theory. It's crazy because it sounds like Tory Lanez was probably trying to protect Megan at this point. However, the cops came and you know, found the gun in his vehicle, and that's what he was charged with. But I just had to step in and say that I'm gonna post her message that she posted on her Instagram right here. I hate to get a little dark and sad as we round out the last topic today, but I do want to give flowers to Naya Rivera. If you do not know, recently her 4-year-old son was found on their boat at sea by himself, and they were looking for her body. The coroner's office, according to this report right here, did say it was an accidental death, accidental drowning, but they did confirm and find her body. Really sad to say, because she was a young woman, very talented singer and actress in her only 30s, and she does leave behind a son. It's just a very sad situation and story to see. I also want to bring attention to Nicole Thea. She was a 24-year-old YouTuber from London, pretty popular on the platform, who passed away, as well as her unborn baby boy, which is another super sad and tragic situation. I'm praying for her loved ones. I'm praying for Naya's loved ones. I'm just praying for them in general. I mean, this is a pain that they can never completely probably heal from, but I hope that they find peace in one way or another. Here's what the post, the family posted on her Instagram. To all of Nicole's friends and supporters, it is with great sadness that I have to inform Nicole and her son that she and Boga named Rain sadly passed away on Saturday morning. The message goes on to explain how they would be posting a few of her videos that she pre-scheduled, and it's just really sad. I just want everybody to stay safe, be aware, hug your loved ones, live in the moment, do what you can for the betterment of you, because life is super short. Oh, and also arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor while I'm talking about other things like this. It's ridiculous. I had just seen a post of one of the police officers on the beach living his best life, and how you do that with a murder on your head, a super wrongful murder on your head, I don't know. And it's still Black Lives Matter. Till next time.